All right, we do have a story from our friends over at Cisco because they announced last week that their HyperFlex data center HCI solution has reached the end of its life. You may recall about 2-3 weeks ago, we talked about the fact that Cisco and Nutanix had created a global partnership that they're going to run Nutanix software on Cisco UCS. And a lot of people at the time were asking, well, what does that mean for HyperFlex? Well, we know now. It means that Cisco is committed to delivering all of the HyperFlex features that are currently on the committed section of the roadmap. But anything that was in the planning stages as of September the 12th is not going to be delivered. Cisco and Nutanix are working on migration strategies and licensing to be able to move customers from HyperFlex to Nutanix. It's not a straight one-to-one crossover. But my question for you, Chris, is this a recognition of the fact that customers of HyperFlex didn't really want it? They just wanted to be able to run Nutanix on UCS, and now that they can, we're going to put it out to pasture?
It certainly looks that way. I mean, you can look at just the market numbers, right? If you look back, and you know, I don't have a date on these, but you know, the last time I checked, Nutanix had a market share of about 58% in converged infrastructure, right, over half. And the Cisco HyperFlex platform had less than 7%. So the wallets have definitely voted on this one. Nutanix seems to be winning. And Cisco is, as they do, you know, astutely seeing that happening and getting on board. What I think is really interesting here, though, Tom, is Cisco tried to do this in the very beginning. If you remember back, HyperFlex was announced in March of 2016. And what actually happened is just before Nutanix went public in 2015, Cisco put in a bid and tried to acquire Nutanix. It didn't pan out. I think they might have been $1 billion or so short from what Nutanix wanted at the time. And Cisco kind of pivoted and bought SpringPath instead. SpringPath? Who knows? That was what the storage and data services software was built by, that was put into the UCS to create HyperFlex, right? So that was a SpringPath product. So Cisco tried to make the right bet and failed back when they couldn't. They've had a good run of it, though. As of March 2024, which is when the actual end of sale will happen, there will be no sales after that date. The HyperFlex platform will be 8 years old. So that's a long time in technology history and in Cisco history as well. The last ship date will be a little bit after that in June. No word yet on when end of support will be, but I think it'll probably be obviously quite a bit after that. And as you've mentioned, this is a pretty deep partnership. Nutanix and Cisco announced their partnership last month and have now extended it with this whole thing. It's basically Cisco's SaaS managed compute and networking solution with Nutanix's cloud platform, which includes Nutanix Cloud Infrastructure, Nutanix Cloud Manager, Nutanix Unified Storage, and the Nutanix desktop services. So a complete package here. As you said, there's not a straight line to migrate from HyperFlex into the Nutanix solution, although they are working on migration efforts. They have a migration guide that's a pretty comprehensive document. And obviously Cisco will also offer migration services for customers if you want to get them involved and pony up on this. This whole thing has a new name, which is Cisco Compute Hyperconverged with Nutanix. And it can run on certain qualified HyperFlex M6 hardware with the purchase of a new Nutanix software license. So there is a path, even if it isn't a straight line. What's also interesting about this partnership is Cisco ACI has been integrated with the Nutanix cloud platform. So that's kind of interesting to me. Nutanix has integrated its built-in hypervisor, AHV, as well as the Nutanix Flow network security with Cisco's application-centric infrastructure virtual machine manager, the VMM, which provides security policies through Nutanix into Cisco ACI, which is kind of cool. It also works the other way. Cisco ACI is integrated with Nutanix Flow network security to enable microsegmentation and contextual security policies for VMs that are running in Nutanix through that SDN technology. So there's a pretty in-depth partnership. It looks pretty cool going forward. Obviously, like you said, Nutanix is what's hot out there right now, and Cisco is meeting them where they are and bringing their customers what they want, it looks like.